by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They go play action here on first down. He gets it to Thomas. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
The Saints put up 29 points a game last year, second only to the Falcons, and they're in range to get some points on this drive as well. 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Again, it's Kamara. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And Hill with it over the middle. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. To throw is Daniel. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll him out. You got the option to run or pass. This didn't work.
Not at all, and the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person, no one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless, because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close, and close quickly.
Jordy Nelson now trotting back out there on offense. With them losing here in the 2nd quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing in...
And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Again, it's Williams. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity map to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And some space here. And avoids the contact by sliding. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And caught. This is Bennett, the tight end. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Packers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Rodgers to throw. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
But Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count And a 5-yard penalty ensues.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And here's motion again, and that's going to be 2 in a row.
False start, offense.
That one on Brian Bulaga. And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still second down.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And he rifles one incomplete. The new acquisition, Martellus Bennett, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6, an unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still second down.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And an alley to run. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start, offense.
So that one will be accepted. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. And Crosby puts it through, and that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ricky Jean-Francois in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
When we watch Drew Brees practice, the thing that always strikes us is after every throw he makes, he continues to go through his progressions, you know, so he gets that muscle memory. Okay, in a game, if I don't have this throw I just made, I might have this one, I might have that one. It's amazing. One of the reasons he's come out so hot today, he's already seen it happen.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone.
And Rodgers is going to go down. In the end zone, it's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Now it's Ginn, and he's got room. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 36. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Breeze. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And our focus now moves to Jordy Nelson. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And Jeff Janis has it complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And complete on the right side to Bennett. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a 1st down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the 1st down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the 1st down.
On now is the Packers punter, as he's on here to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the 2nd quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
And he probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. Nifty move there on the run, but ultimately brought down at the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.